So I'm sure a lot of you are aware of this by now, but it was announced, if you're not, it was announced about a month ago or so that the people behind BABSCon, also known as Brony Spectacular, the Bay Area Brony Spectacular, which takes place every spring around late March and throughout, some parts of April, at the Hyatt Regency SFO in Burlingame, California, outside of San Francisco, unfortunately had to announce that the 2021 edition, just like the 2020 edition, has to be delayed to 2022. Now, the dates that they've settled in for 2022 are April 15th to the 17th. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are probably wondering, well, and probably thinking, well, we're getting out of this pandemic. The vaccines are being distributed a lot quicker than, expected. A lot of state and government officials are lifting or easing up on restrictions. Some, state governors are lifting the stay-at-home orders. What's to stop the people behind BABSCon from rescheduling to a month or 3 months later to have a physical version of the convention take place? And that is a good question. Why don't they do that? Why don't they move it to a month or so or 3 months later so that they can have that physical in-person experience? And I think the reason being is because they're locked into some kind of an agreement that basically states that every time during the months of late March or during the time frame of late March and throughout the month of April is when they are the only times, I should say, that they're able to schedule the convention at the Hyatt Regency SFO. The reason being is throughout the rest of the year, just like any well-renowned hotel, the Hyatt Regency SFO also hosts other conventions and business conferences, that associate themselves with any other form of media or sports or whatever the case may be. So even if they try to do that, there's a good chance from their perspective that they may not be able to move it because things will be booked up. But I believe the silver lining in all of this is just like last year, to make up for the fact that we won't have a physical convention, they'll probably go back down the route of altering it and giving us a virtual convention known as BABSCon Online 2021. Now, they haven't made no formal announcement about that yet, but I'm pretty sure that's the direction they're going in. Now, is it unfortunate that this has happened, that they had to make this announcement? Absolutely. And again, like I said, I'm sure they weighed their options and considered, whether or not they have to delay it to 2022 or try to move it to another month where it's a little bit more safer and there's a better chance of having people attend in person the convention at the hotel. I'm sure they've weighed those options, but again, like I said, probably realized that there's probably not going to be a good chance of booking anything, once things get a little bit back to normal and the hotels like the Hyatt Regency are, allowed to allow other businesses and entertainment ventures and all that to book their stuff, throughout the year. They probably realize they're not going to get an opening if they get one at all. And if they do, it'll probably just be like for one day and that's it. And the BABSCon event is usually a 3 to 4 day event. So I think we should just, consider ourselves fortunate that at least they will probably be making an announcement down the line of going virtual again for this year to make up for no physical in-person interactiveness, if you will. But going virtual at least is probably the best direction they can go, best option. And by going virtual, it becomes free to a lot of people, and they also have their own Discord server that they'll be able to, utilize to interact with people and have people go to different rooms on that Discord server to participate in virtual panels with whoever the guests were scheduled to be last year, being thrown over to this year or be moved over to this year, and then for an in-person experience next year. So, yeah, unfortunately, like I said, BABSCon 2021 is been delayed till next year, but I believe the silver lining is we will get another BABSCon Online virtual convention sooner than later. Again, they haven't made no formal announcement, but I would suspect that will be coming very, very soon. The announcement of an online convention, just like last year. And again, like I said, the best thing about that is they're going to utilize the Discord servers to allow people to go from room to room to the virtual panels. but also that on top of that, it's free. You won't have to pay anything to attend. So that's a great blessing right there when it comes to them going the virtual route like they did last year once they make that formal announcement. And I'm sure a lot of us are expecting them to do that real soon. But yeah, unfortunately, BABSCon 2021 physically will not happen, but virtually, I think that's a strong possibility. And we'll just see what happens in 2022. It should be, all good to go. And I'm hoping that with things going the way they are right now, I'm hoping to save up and be able to attend BABSCon 2022 in person, seeing as though it's in my backyard, literally 50, 70 miles away in my backyard of the Bay Area. So hopefully I'll be able to do that in person as well. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about that, give you my thoughts on it, and what I think they're going to do in place of having to delay the 2021 edition, just like 2020. Let me know your thoughts on it. Comment down below. Let me know what you think in the live chat, and I will talk to you all later. Take care. Stay safe, and I am out.